All right, we'll call the regular city council meeting to order for September 2nd, 2025 at 6:30 PM. We have a quorum. We're going to be missing Ed. He had eye surgery today, so he's having a little discomfort right now, so he's not going to make it. We will say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. All right, we'll move into reports from council. Ed's not here, so Rick Fisher, you're up.
Nothing to report, but just I know they did it on the city website. I just want to give a big shout out to the Clear Lake Shore Yacht Club and Rosen Drainage Jay Fenwick for going out and taking all those duckbills out off of a lot of those drainage pipes. We had a really big rain a couple of weeks ago, and just down the street from us, I noticed where water always backed up, drained off like nobody's business. So it's already making a huge difference.
All right, thank you, Rick. Councilman Jeff Terrell.
Really nothing to report. Me and the mayor attended the ESB meeting a couple of weeks ago.
You're not on.
Me and Mayor Chronister attended the ESB meeting a couple of weeks ago. Not too much to report. Just working on the chief's contract over there. And a couple small things. Talked about the fire hydrant amendment. So I don't know what came of that. Maybe Randy has more info. But other than that, nothing else to report.
Bob's here. Where'd Bob go? Did Bob leave? Oh, man. We could have redirected all the fire hydrant stuff to Bob. He snuck out. All right. Thank you, Jeff. Councilwoman Susan Baker.
Nothing to share today. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Amanda Fenwick.
I don't have any updates.
Okay. I don't have a lot. I'm just going to mention a couple things. A lot of you know Phyllis Christensen. She passed away recently. Kelsey reached out. They want to have something down at Sunset Park, a memorial for her. And then she's asked me, I gave her your name, Rick, since you headed us up once before about a park bench. They want to see and bring something to council about approving a park bench in her name, kind of like what happened for Craig Ward. So I gave her Rick Fisher's number since he got a pretty nice bench and kind of helped direct her in that. So that'll be coming back to us at some point. I don't know if you noticed up front, we planted another palm tree, something that Mike and I talked about. I noticed a while back, sitting at Outriggers looking into the parking lot. We had all these roses and palm trees, and then we just had this one patch of grass. I don't know why we just put one patch of grass there, but we did. I thought it looked very out of place, so we got some prices, and we got that done, and it looks a whole lot better. That tree looked good. I don't know if Mike's got this in his report, but we had them come by and look at the trees over in front of City Hall that have been compromised a couple times in a freeze. You can see some pretty big cracks in those. They're going to need to come down pretty soon. So Mike's getting some bids on that, and we'll probably entertain putting the same type of palm trees back, maybe a little taller, but same kinds we have up front that are pretty hardy in the winter. Really, that's all I got. I know Mike's been working really hard on a lot of things, so he's got a lot of information. I'm gonna leave the rest of that report to him. I don't want to talk about things multiple times, and he's got more details than I do. Like I said, he's been working hard on several things. I'll end mine on that. We will move on to Police Chief David Donaldson.
Mayor, Council, for the month of August, we had a total of 1,747 calls for service. This also includes self-initiated calls. I've broken it down to where 50% of that was business checks, 21% was residential checks, and then 16% was traffic enforcement, and then other miscellaneous, but I'll be giving this to Teresa so she can get it posted.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, David. We'll move on to City Administrator Mike Cramp.
Thank you, Mayor. I was going to talk about the trees, but you stole that thunder, so I'll just cross those off.
Figured I'd pick one thing you didn't have on your list.
The reason that we had a patch of grass up there, though, is if you recall, before we did the parking lot, that was actually an ingress-egress point that went out onto Clear Lake Road. And so they covered that up, and then we just missed adding a palm tree in there and shrub our beds when we did the plans. So that was just a backfill move. Excuse me. The duckbills were removed by the yacht club. We greatly appreciate them doing this. Saved the city money it would have had to pay for a contractor. The 6 valves were collected for no charge by AmeriWaste last week. So removal of all of them didn't cost us a dime. Every one of them was completely occluded. There was how anything drained through those things was a miracle based on what the feedback that I got. Most of them were completely full of mud and gunk and other things we won't talk about. Officer Tasha Ramirez is putting together the first ever fall festival Saturday, October 25th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. She's taking registration for vendors. It's going to be held at the elementary school in the parking lot. She has worked with Teresa to get a flyer posted on the website and various other places. If you have any interest, please go to the website and look up the contact information for Officer Ramirez. Oh, by the way, the proceeds from this one will be going to breast cancer research. If you don't know the story, Tasha lost her mom to breast cancer, so this one holds a special place for her.
Mike, can we and Chief invite our businesses to participate in that? And
Tasha's already been out
Okay.
going door to door, reached out to a lot of them. She's got
Right.
some participation already.
Okay, great. So that we maybe want to add that to our talking points when we're canvassing the businesses.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you.
I got an email today, so nobody's here from the history committee, right? Were you going to give the briefing? Okay. So I told them I would include this in mine. The History Committee of the Civic Club will host a British-style garden tea party as a fundraiser for the archiving activities on Sunday, October 5th at the Cottage on Clear Lake Road. Then on November 8th, the Civic Club will be one of the sponsors of the first annual Galveston County History Roundup to be held at the Texas City Museum, at which folks are invited to bring old documents, clippings, and photos to donate to historical archives. Roads and Drainage met and approved us purchasing a sewer camera. That's going to cost us probably around $2,000 turnkey, but what that'll allow us to do is we can get one with a 300-foot cable and a visual display screen that keeps a constant upright attitude. So as we put it through the sewer systems, the drainage systems, we can see for blockages and collapses and that kind of thing that we need to go in and address piecemeal. So that's going to save us any money we'd have to spend to hire somebody to do that process for us. Shell Bottom Park project is ready to advertise. I talked to Marcus Mincha today. He was, as of today, preparing the legal advertisement for us to put in the paper. He's going to be sending that to me and Cheryl this week. Hopefully we can get it advertised this week. If that's the case, then we'll have to advertise it for 30 days. During that 30 days, we'll have a meeting with prospective contractors to answer questions and outline the process and the project more. Once the 30 days is up, the next issue for council will be to approve a vendor we select. That'll take about an extra week or so after the 30-day advertising. We will have that ready for sure. I'm hoping for sure. I'm planning on for sure by the first meeting in November, and plan to have an order to proceed issued by the end of November. So this winter we should see dirt turning and things happening at Shell Bottom Park. That's all I have now, Mayor.
So that may play into the thought of, hey, let's don't do it in the middle of the summer. That may play into the winter thing anyway when the tide's down, and may help them, and it'll be off season, so to speak. So that may work out fine. All right, thank you, Mike. We will move on to public comments. At this time, any person with city-related business may speak to the city council. If the topic of discussion is related to an item on the agenda, the comments may be made now or at the time the agenda item is discussed. If the topic of discussion is not related to an item on the agenda, the city council cannot deliberate or take any action at this time. Comments from the public should be limited to a maximum of 3 minutes per individual, and there be no yielding of time. Would anyone like to address the city council?
Yes, sir. I wanted to address the council.
Can
and
you
let them know.
Can you step up so we can hear you?
Charlotte Jones.
Pull that to you or whatever you need to do.
Charlotte
There you
Jones.
go.
Is that good?
Yeah,
That
let me
not
turn that up a
working?
little bit. That one's kind of hard to hear.
Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Is that better? Charlotte Jones, 727 Pine. I just kind of wanted to let the council know what's going on with the Civic Club, since we're, especially with the National Night Out and things like that. I have a few flyers that I brought for tonight, and I brought updates for the Civic Club for the end of the year, to the end of the year. I'm trying to work on the website for the Civic Club and update it and bring it to a more viable instrument to update our membership and keep them apprised of what's going on. So this is a start, and this flyer will also be along with other posters for the other things going on, like the tea. We have a lot of events in October, and so I just kind of wanted to let y'all know where you can find that information and not have to go to Facebook for it. And that's all I had to say.
All right, thank you. Would anyone else like to address council? Come on, David, you're up. No? Okay. All right, well, having none, we will close the public comments. We'll move on to item number 6, the consent agenda. Item A through E, check register, 7/31/25 through 8/26, council meeting minutes, 8/25, council workshop minutes, 8/5, and council workshop minutes, 8/19, and one waterfront transfer, F-135B. Do we have any questions on the consent agenda, anything you want to be pulling off, or do we have a motion?
Now I'll make a motion that we approve consent agenda items A through E.
Okay, have a motion by Rick,
I'll second.
a second by Jeff. Is there any discussion? Okay, all in favor? Okay, motion passes unanimous. We will move on to item number 7, new business. Discussion and possible action may be taken on the following items. A, consider an act to approve acceptance of an award from the fiscal year 2026 SB 224 Catalytic Converter Grant in the amount of $25,416 and authorize matching funds in the amount of $5,084. Mike Cramp.
So this is the grant that council approved us applying for. This is the grant that council approved, good Lord, for the flock cameras. We received the award. Now we're just asking council for permission to actually accept the funds and authorize the up to $5,084 of expenditure on our part as matching funds for the grant.
Okay. David, you have anything you want to say about that?
It's pretty straightforward. The flock cameras, oh, you said David.
I did.
My apologies.
I figured this was a really good time for you to brag on your officer and talk about what a wonderful job she did.
She absolutely did. Julie and I were going, and Julie had something happen to her, and I stayed here, and Tasha went and done it herself. Excellent job. I think we found a new role for her, and she's real happy where she's at and what she's doing. Our next council meeting, I'll be bringing 2 of our new officers to introduce to council and whoever's in attendance.
Okay.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. All right, do we have a motion on item A?
I'll make a motion we approve item A, consider an act to approve acceptance of an award for the catalytic converter grant.
Okay, got a motion by Jeff,
I'll second the motion.
got a second by Susan. Any discussion?
Is it reflected in the budget? Sorry, I haven't looked at the budget in a couple of weeks. Or will it be when we go to approve the budget? Will it be reflected in there? It's in, okay, I'm sorry, I haven't looked at it in a couple of weeks.
Okay, any more discussion? All in favor? Okay, motion passes unanimous. Move on to item B, consider an act to approve moving October 7th, 2025 council meeting to Wednesday, October 8th, 2025 due to National Night Out. So October 7th is Tuesday, that's National Night Out. We usually move this meeting so we can have that first meeting in October. So do we have a motion on item B?
I'll move to approve moving the October 7th council meeting to October 8th.
Okay, got a motion by Amanda,
I'll second.
got a second by Jeff. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Okay, motion passes unanimous. We'll move on to item C. Consider an act to approve holding one council meeting a month for the remainder of 2025, October 8th, November 4th, and December 2nd. So I put this on here because usually we're doing that during the first meetings of those months anyway. We were already moving one meeting in this meeting in October. We usually have only one meeting in November, and we usually have only one meeting in December because of the holidays and whatnot. So I figured, why not just do it now? Let's put that on the record. If we have something that comes up and we have to have a special meeting or call another meeting, we can do that at any time. The only thing that I see really popping up during that time is probably going to be the boat ramp sometime in November for approval. And if we have to have a special meeting for that one item, we can. Other than that, I suggest we have those first meetings of the month and move forward unless we have other business.
I'll make a motion that we approve holding one council meeting a month for the remainder of 2025 for October 8th, November 4th, and December 2nd, 2025.
All right, got a motion by Rick,
I'll second.
Go ahead, Jeff.
got a second by Jeff. Any discussion?
So I just want to make sure that we'll move committee reports to that meeting, since right now
Yes.
they're in the second
Yes.
meeting of the month. We'll move committee reports.
We
to that
need to
first
put
one for
on the
those.
committee reports and whatever else we need to put on that first meeting.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, all in favor? Okay, motion passes. We will adjourn the meeting at 6:40.